does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I'm disgusted with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start
People are already popping off fireworks. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I read a comment where somebody was like, oh, get a head cam going, we'd like to see some actual, like, you know, first person view sanding. And I finally found my headwear for the GoPro. It was hiding in my freaking backpack. For when I travel, I carry all my GoPro stuff in my backpack. So hopefully we got some good angles for you guys, showing me a little bit yesterday, blocking all of the 2K primer. Now we finished the whole car, right? All of this right here, the door, the quarter. Well, actually I didn't even do this. I need to sand that down right there. But the quarter, top of the quarter, and the passenger side door handle. So we got that sanded down with 320 yesterday. And the reason why I was using my smaller block was because I don't have any stick it 320, so I had to use the small block, fold it over, and, you know, sand it that way. But I want to give a big thank you to you guys for all the feedback in the body filler / 2K primer video. There's a lot of things that I don't know, you know what I mean, like the 411 on the cup. Before I used to eyeball it. I never used those measuring lines and stuff like that, but that was the first time I did it. I did it wrong, and a lot of you guys corrected me on that, and I truly appreciate all of the criticism, you know what I mean. So thank you guys for that. Some comments were mentioning about spraying the 2K primer in the cold. Yeah, I was aware of it, and I had my propane heater on it, made sure it was kind of dry before I closed it for the night, and I wasn't sanding it the same night, so by the time it was the next morning, it was more than enough time for the primer to cure, and we sanded it out. It seemed to have dried perfectly fine, nothing caked up on the sandpaper, so that's a big plus. I appreciate all the feedback, guys, I really do, because I am by no means a professional body stylist, you know, like a body work guy, a body guy. I just do what I know and what I learned. Back in the days, I kind of just went at it, and I just did a little bit of research and just kind of hands-on with everything that I did. The bodywork stuff, man, you guys don't even want to know how I did it back in the days, but we're definitely getting better at it. So now that you guys have left me a few comments about what I've done in the last video, it's going to help me for further projects. Now, it's crazy to think that I'm going not all out. This is an all-out paint job, but I'm doing a lot more than I've ever done on any of my cars, and I'm doing it on this car before that car. You know what, at the end of the day, when this car is all said and done, I might even get down with the CRX. So guys, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue sanding. Yes, another sanding video. I mean, it's definitely the steps to get this car where I need it to go, so we're doing it one step at a time. Most of the primer spots are already sanded with 320, but I'm going to go over the whole car with 320 before getting up to the 4-600 range. There's going to be steps to this to make sure the paint adheres correctly. I spoke to my buddy Spool and Phil, and if you guys don't know who Spool and Phil is, if you guys know Spool and Performance, he's been around in the earlier years of Boosted Honda's, a company that made boosted products, manifold, wastegate, dump tube, all that good jazz, and he's a painter now. And he gave me a lot of pro tips of what to do in the next stages here to come, and I'm definitely gonna seal the car, especially using the Valspar stuff. He mentioned that it's better off for me to seal the whole car using that product, so we're gonna do that. But I want to sand the whole car down, and I want to scuff up all of the little edges, like in between here, get that all sanded. These little corners where I couldn't get the block or the DA into, I'm gonna have to get into that. Might even pull off the rear bumper, but I'm still debating on pulling the windshield out, because I do want to repair, like you can see that little rust inside of it right there, surface rust. Also right here was some surface rust, and I feel like there's more under the molding. The windshield is going to come out, so I don't know if I want to take it off today. So enough for the talking, guys. Let's get this handy. Sanding is a tedious process. It is time consuming. So got the whole car sanded down with 320, and this sandpaper is wet or dry, but this is probably the first time I've done this dry, and doing it dry cakes up the paper. You can see there's a ton of papers everywhere, and I was watching Paint Society. He says that there's no point, he doesn't see a point in wet sanding, so it kind of made me feel stupid, to tell you the truth, because I've always wet sanded. But it is what it is. So it's something new, and I was able to sand the whole car dry with 320, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I took the weather stripping off on the top right here. It was kind of already bending up there, so I just bent all the way to the other side, broke the windshield a little bit there, and I was able to sand inside the crevices about 1/4 of an inch down. You can see it. I think what I want to get into right now, guys, is I want to remove the rear bumper and sort out this silicone that's inside here between the quarter, the rear tails, and this triangle piece. So not sure. It's pretty soft, should be easy to take off. Dang, this thing glued all the way inside. Spider-Man. Man, I can't feel my hands. So what had happened was, when I was washing the back, I kind of shot some water through these holes, and it caused a puddle on the inside. But I also used the pressure washer on the jams, right? And I mean, got the inside windows, everything was super wet in here. So I figured, because if it was a pond, I would wet sand. So I started wet sanding. You can see right here the spare tire compartment, and trying to smooth it out a little bit. It's not perfect, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip away at the other sections, you know, different days. Again, I think I'm going to go with white, but honestly, to tell you guys the truth, I'm still looking for interior. So whether it's black or white, you're not going to see it, depending on how complete the rear interior is going to be. But I think I'm settled with going with white. I'm probably going to have to go buy some single stage white, so I don't use the paint that I bought for the car itself. But we're making progress back here, guys. This is going to get painted soon. I'm starting to have a runny nose, and my hands are really cold. My legs are really cold. I was playing with water. I washed the car, washed the inside, sanded the inside, wet, and You know, it's like 48 degrees right now. So we're making progress on the car. A lot of sanding. We still got to do one final sand, or not one, but we still got to do the final sand with 400 to 600 to get it ready for sealer. I still haven't gotten the clear coat. I still haven't gotten the seal yet, but it rained this morning, which is weird. I don't know what the forecast is looking the rest of the week, so I don't know if we can paint this week. But I was kind of planning out today, in between sanding the car, I was like, you know what, I used to paint cars under here, under the carport, before this bar was put into place. This bar is removable, so I'm thinking that if I do want to paint the car, and originally I planned to paint this car in sections because of space and also the weather, I was going to do it half hood, roof, trunk another day, 3 days of painting, and complete the whole car pretty much. But if I just move that car into the grass, the wagon forward, take this bar out, I can tarp the whole sides down like I used to do back in the days, and just put the car right here in the middle and just shoot the whole car all at once. I'm still laying that all out on the table, so I don't think I'm going to do any more tonight. It is New Year's Eve, and I kind of want to go inside and be warm the rest of the night, you know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna wrap up this video right here, guys. Tomorrow I might be doing all of the sanding on the kick panels, the moldings and stuff. Probably clean up the tail lights and all that, all the little miscellaneous pieces right here in the bin, and get those wrapped up and put away for when time comes to reinstall them. They'll be ready to go. I did want to do a New Year's recap of 2020, but I'm actually waiting for something to come in right now, and then we'll make a video then. There's not much more to it, guys. Again, happy New Year's Eve. I hope you guys play it safe, have fun, be responsible. I'm gonna go inside, watch a movie or something, and we'll get back to this car tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed today's progress on the 88 HF, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more progress of this car, because I think this is gonna be my main focus now that we are stepping into the New Year's, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.